The Queen's Guard wear plush black on their hats. Nobody wants to shake up this tradition. However, opinions on the island differ as to whether real bearskin is necessary for the iconic hats. Day in and day out, they stand in front of Buckingham Palace or patrol around St. James's Park in the British capital. The Queen's Guards. Queen Elizabeth II's official guards, with their bright red jackets and oversized plush black headgear, they are much a part of the cliched image of Great Britain as Big Ben or the red telephone boxes. But just as most of the red cells are only rarely used to make phone calls, the classic uniform for some Britons doesn't really fit the year 2022 either. Because the guards still wear real bearskin on their hats. According to the Waterloo 200 organization, which specializes in British war military history, the classic hat is 46 centimeters high and weighs around 7 kilos. Only a select few regiments are allowed to wear them. Usually, the fur of female Canadian brown bears is used for this. In combat, the bearskin had added to the size of the soldier who wore it and thereby intimidated, states the Waterloo 200 site. If you believe the animal welfare organization PETA, each of these hats needs the fur of at least one bear. These ceremonial bearskins could easily be replaced with false fur, keeping the traditional look but eliminating the cruelty, says British actor Simon Pegg, who campaigned with PETA for the end of real fur. Um, well, Simon, it's a hard topic. On a recent poster, Pegg holds a black cap with pointed fingers. In front of it is the slogan, "Go fake for the bear's sake." Traditionally, the bearskin comes from Canada. It is disputed, however, whether animals are harmed that could still be alive without the British tradition. A military spokesman said on request, "Bears are never hunted so that the Ministry of Defense can use them. The skins used are byproducts of licensed cults by Canadian authorities with which the wild bear population is controlled. So reducing the number of bearskin hats we produce would not reduce the number of bears killed," they say. PETA, on the other hand, argues that there is no evidence of the standard cults. Monarchy expert Craig Prescott doesn't think it's too likely that the military will change course as long as furs from Canada are available as before. However, he points out that the royal family has increasingly spoken out about environmental protection and nature conservation in recent years. One might assume that using the skins would be worth considering for environmental reasons, Prescott told the German press agency. Even traditions that stand for continuity have to adapt to their time. Protest against the skins is not only coming from the animal protection organization PETA. An online petition has been running for several months campaigning for faux fur on the hats of the guards, who often stand at attention for hours. The Department of Defense is not exempt from the ethical standards set by the rest of society, the demands read. In order for the national symbol to survive in a modern society, artificial fur must be used instead of bearskin. By mid-April, more than 53,700 people had signed the petition, more than half the number needed to put the issue on the agenda in Parliament. Where man-made alternatives to natural fur items present a viable, affordable and sustainable alternative to animal products, the military will use them, the Defense Department said. But so far, this does not seem to have been found. 4 different synthetic fur variants have been tested since 2015. But none could withstand the high demands, in addition to appearance, for example, water permeability, as the military spokesman explained. The materials will therefore not be considered further, as it is crucial that the headgear is both practical and stylish. The guards are also extremely proud to wear their bearskin hats, an iconic symbol of Britain. And of course, I understand the animal protection side here. But, and I have to take it for the moment until the Canadian government contradicts this, but if it is the byproduct of the standard culling, which I can imagine to be true, then I personally don't have any problem with that tradition. It could be the place, I know a lot of people that have a problem with hunting overall, but many people forget that hunting in Germany, it's not about bears usually, but hunting is part of ecological protection as well. If we get too many animals, then it's harming the environment. It's harming the trees. No new trees will be there. Then nothing can grow, and so hunting is needed in a certain way. So it is ecological protection as well. And if it's the same case in um, Canada, to keep the population on a manageable size, um, then I have no problem with that. And I have no problem with the hunting in my area here because they have certain times, they have certain quotas, and so on, that they can hunt. And, well, and of course, when we have hunting season, the butchers here have the meat here. So it's not wasted at all. And if the more that can be used from those hunted animals that need to be hunted, I have to express that again, the better. And if it's the same case in Canada and the fur is the byproduct of that necessary hunt, then yeah, no problem with the Queen's Guards continuing to use those skins for their headgear. And by the way, some of those regiments I remember when I was much younger, because they were in turn stationed here in my hometown of Münster as well. And not too far away from where I grew up, there was a British base as well. And we sometimes walked there as kids and talked to the guards. Um, they were really nice people, although officially they were still here as a yeah, as an occupation force until the 90s. But they were quite nice. We had always had a nice time in the childhood, and many people here in my city came with the British Army, married a German woman, and stayed here. The same goes for the father of a friend of mine. The same goes for my uncle, and yeah, we had contact with the British Army early on in our childhood, and later on, I had the honor to visit the Coldstream Guards and the King's Royal Hussars when I was in university, and it was nice. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.